Hey team, JB here. Wanted to talk to you guys about Lionheart specifically. So some of you may know, some of you may not. We've had a bit of a Lionheart saga over the last year and a half. I want to first say that I completely believe in the Lionheart system. When Andy and I were in boot camp, there were some studios that kind of didn't really know much about Lionheart and why it was important, and we thought that was crazy. We had an allergic reaction to that because we think Lionheart in our own workouts and scientifically is just such a great tool to motivate you, have fun with your workout, and kind of benchmark your success as you improve your aerobic performance and know that you're not overdoing it on a strength day from a cardio standpoint. That being said, we know that many of you have struggled with the hardware of the Lionheart system and not being, I'd say 9 out of 10 people it's working just fine for, but there is 1 out of 10 people who have had some sort of an issue with their monitor, and for that we apologize. So with respect to that, what we've decided to do, usually we charge $69.99 for a Lionheart unit. That includes our cost, shipping, and includes a small margin, which is important because it allows us to manage things like troubleshooting and kind of accounts for our cost in the whole process. But what we're going to be doing going forward is removing that margin and taking it down to our actual cost on the unit of about $55. The reason we're doing that is because we're not a hardware manufacturer, and though we believe in the system heavily, we can't always immediately troubleshoot your issues, and it costs us a lot of money to just keep giving out new Lionhearts. So there is a replacement system. The Lionhearts have a 1-year warranty on them. And so if you do have a challenge with your Lionheart and we go through all the troubleshooting steps, we're happy to ship it off for you to F45, and they will replace it. Sometimes it takes about 20 days or so. I just got a few back today for some of the folks who have submitted them, but they will get replaced free of charge. The one caveat to that, of course, is if your unit is over a year in age. And when you think about it, we are kind of putting the units through a lot. We sweat on them every day. Sometimes we're doing burpees and smashing them into the ground. So I think a 1-year warranty is fair. But if you are having challenges with your Lionheart and we've confirmed that the battery is in the right position and that there's no obvious damage to it, we're happy to send it off for you and we'll get that replacement for you. I still think that people should be investing in Lionheart, but at this point in time, we don't feel right taking any kind of profit on it just because of some of the issues that we've had. One thing we have noticed is that Andy and I, we've had absolutely no trouble with our Lionhearts, and we've had them since opening day. Our Lionhearts have also never left the studio. So one thing we're investigating is, well, can we leave the Lionhearts in the studio for everyone? Can we create a few drawers, say, in our cubbies, where we can smartly organize them so that it's not gross and they're not all touching, or it's not just one big spaghetti pile of Lionhearts, but is there a thoughtful way that we can do it so that you guys can have the same experience we're having? So we're kind of toying with that idea right now. As you know, your success is our priority, and we want to make sure that everyone's able to have a working Lionheart, able to have the same opportunities we have to keep those Lionhearts in the studio so that you can always have a functioning unit. One other thing that we did find, one of the members recently thought she was having an issue with her Lionheart, and then she realized that she didn't properly tighten the battery, the back of the Lionheart properly. And we noticed that there seems to be a bit of a correlation with people changing the battery for the first time and then having subsequent Lionheart issues. So we're wondering if maybe the batteries aren't getting reinstalled properly. So just be very mindful when you're taking that, what the unit looks like, how tight the backing is on the unit when you change your battery, making sure you're putting the battery in the right way, of course, and then that the Lionheart is actually fastening to the Lionheart belt the right way. So there's a right and a left side to it, and you can see kind of with the text on the belt or the strap whether your Lionheart's right side up. I think the only other thing to share is sometimes people, we don't put them on tight enough, or we put them on over our sports bra by accident. So just be very mindful. If you have a day that might be 8 points off and you're like, what's going on? Was it in the right position? Was it sideways? All these things can happen. Did I wet the Lionheart before on the pads to make sure the conductivity was at an optimal rate, right? So all of these things are different troubleshooting steps we can try, and we're happy to socialize those and maybe make a list of all the troubleshooting things you can do. But certainly if your Lionheart's less than a year old and you're having persistent issues with it, we're happy to ship them. Our price going forward on Lionhearts is going to be $55, so that we're just passing through the cost of the units too, okay? I hope this helps. Again, I have to say, for the 4th time, we really do believe in the Lionheart system. I'm always going to use it because it really elevates my workout, and I hope you'll continue to invest in it and use it too. All right, guys, have a great night and have a strong finish to the challenge.